This is something that can continue to provide you income and income growth for the rest of your life, because if there's demand for this property wherever it is, then what you're going to see happen is more people are going to want to live there, which means the rent that you charge can go up too. So now as things become more expensive because of inflation, the amount of money you make every single year also increases because there's more demand to live in the property that you own. The second thing you want to own for life is the stock market in general. And when I say the stock market in general, I don't mean investing in stocks the way most people talk about investing in stocks. I talk a lot about investing on a YouTube channel, from real estate investing to stock market investing, which is why if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, you should do that. But when most people talk about stock market investing, they're trying to find the next hot stock. How can you find the next Tesla or the next Amazon or the next Apple before it makes it big? Now, you can make a lot of money if you find the next hot stock, but that might not be something you want to own for the rest of your life because, well, Tesla could fail, Amazon could go bankrupt, and people might stop liking iPhones. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Oh, just but Amazon can't ever fail. They're a powerhouse. How could anything be bigger than Amazon? Well, that's exactly what people used to think about Sears. Sears used to be the monster retailer, and back in the day, people used to think that there would never be a Sears competitor because they were so huge. Well, now times have changed, technology has changed, and Sears is bankrupt. Companies will change, technology will change, people will change, but one thing, if you believe in the United States and if you believe in the American economy, one thing that won't change is the economy. So if you believe in the American economy, what you want to be betting on is the American economy, because while companies like Sears might come and fail, and JCPenney might come and fail, and Circuit City might come and fail, and Hertz might come and fail, and California Pizza Kitchen might come and fail, the American economy has continued to grow. The closest way for you to get actual exposure to the American economy is to invest in the broader stock market as a whole, and that would be through funds like VOO and SPY. These are two different ETFs, exchange traded funds, which allow you to invest in the broader stock market because both of these funds give you exposure to the top 500 companies in the United States. So both of these funds give you exposure to the S&P 500. Now I want to give you a little caveat here because the United States economy and the stock market are similar but two different things. The economy is the economy. This is our companies, and this is how many people have jobs, and this is how well our economy is doing. The stock market is where people bet their money based off of how well they think the economy is doing. So while they're similar, they are different because when people put their money in the stock market, they're betting that the economy is going to do well in the future. The way you invest in these funds is the same way you invest in any other company. You just go into your stock brokerage and then buy these funds as opposed to buying something like Tesla or Amazon. Now, I should also remind you that when you invest your money, you are never guaranteed to make money. You might even lose money when you invest, which is why you should always do your own due diligence and never blindly listen to a random guy on YouTube. But when you invest in funds like these, now what you're doing is you are essentially betting on the growth of the American economy. You're not trying to get rich overnight. You are just betting on the slow and steady growth of the economy. If the economy is growing and our companies are growing and companies are making more money, well then chances are these funds are going to continue to make you more money too. By the way, if you do want to learn more about how to actually invest your money in the stock market and grow your money and find a good stock brokerage to use, our team put together a very comprehensive article that goes over all of that, and you can read it on our website, theminoritymindset.com, and I'll also link it for you in the description below. The advantage with owning something like this for the rest of your life is now you don't gotta worry about changing trends because, like I said before, companies will change, people will change, and technology will change, but the economy will continue to grow. So as companies come and go, these funds will kick out the companies that are not doing too good, and they will add in the companies that are doing better. So if a company is no longer one of the top 500 companies, it will get kicked out of these funds, and then these funds will add in a new company who is now one of the top 500 companies. Now the difference between owning something like this and owning real estate is with real estate, typically you're investing in real estate for passive income. So you're gonna make your investing decisions based off of how much money you're making every single month. Here, you do get some passive income from dividends, but it's not gonna be as much as the amount of passive income you're getting from real estate. However, you do get the stepped up basis here like you did in real estate. So if you invest $1 million here and over your lifetime this goes up to $5 million, well, you could sell your investment and pay taxes and then give this money to whoever you want to give it to, or you can own these investments for the rest of your life, and if you don't have to use this money and you die with these assets, well, now they can go to your kids or whoever you want it to go to, and they will own these assets, and when they sell it, if they sell it for $5 million, which is how much it's worth when you die, they won't have to pay any capital gains taxes on that. The third thing you want to own for life is gold with an asterisk, because this should be a small part of your portfolio, no more than 5 to 10% of your entire portfolio, because gold is not there to make you wealthy. It is there to protect you against a worst case scenario type of situation. Your stocks and your real estate are what you own to fund your retirement, to create more passive income, and to build your wealth. Your gold is almost like financial insurance. It's there to protect you against something horrible happening in the economy. There's a few different ways that you can invest in gold. You can invest in companies that mine in gold. Now, you're not actually investing in gold. You're investing in companies that mine in gold. And as gold prices go up, these companies make more money because there's more of a demand for gold. Or the second thing you can do is invest in gold certificates. So now you're investing almost like gold stocks. You're investing in a fund that gives you exposure to actual gold. So a company owns physical gold, and now you're investing in a fund that this company created, which gives you exposure to their actual gold. So it's a little bit of a derivative, but it gives you exposure to physical gold. And the third thing that you can do is invest in physical gold bars. So if we're talking about owning gold, the ideal thing to do is own the physical gold bars, because that gives you the most insurance, because this is something you can see, feel, and touch, and it's something that you can control. Again, this should not be a huge part of your portfolio, and this should not be something you're stressing about. And if you don't have any other investments, you should not be worried about buying gold right now. The first thing you need to be worried about is buying the real estate, buying the stocks, buying the things that are actually going to make you money. Once you establish yourself, and once you have some real financial assets, that's when you can think about adding some gold, remember asterisk, adding some gold to your portfolio. Gold comes in handy in worst case scenario type of situations. So when we talked about investing in stocks, we're betting on the American economy, because if the economy continues to grow, well, then the stock market is going to grow. But if the economy completely fails and our dollar becomes worthless and people have no money, well, this is where gold could have value. Gold is the original currency, and a lot of people believe that if the dollar were to fail, then people would revert back to gold. If you remember back during the Great Depression, there were countries in the world that saw hyperinflation, where people would have to take literally a wheelbarrow full of cash in order to afford a loaf of bread, because then gold became so expensive. And so the thought is, if the worst case scenario type of situation happened and the economy crashes and the dollar goes to nothing, well, then people will go back to things like gold, because this is a tangible currency, and this was the original currency. You know, people have been betting on a doomsday situation like that for decades and decades and decades, and to date, they've been wrong every single time. Which is why you want to make sure you're investing in your wealth first, but you always want to protect yourself, because yeah, there's a chance that things could go really bad, which is why you want to own some gold. Going along with that, the fourth thing you want to consider owning for the rest of your life is some cryptocurrency. So this is what's considered the new digital gold. Gold was the original currency, and many people believe that cryptocurrency and blockchain will be involved in our future currency. Now, look, there's a lot of speculation around cryptocurrency, and there's a lot of guessing around what cryptocurrency will be in the future, and nobody can predict the future, which is why, again, we got this asterisk here, because this needs to be a small percentage of your portfolio, okay? This is not something you want to bet your entire life savings on. This is something where you want to put some money, because there's a lot of potential with cryptocurrency, and there's a lot of potential with blockchain. However, there's a lot of uncertainty around it. Again, this should not be your first investment. Get the things that are proven first out of the way. Own your stocks, own your real estate, own the things that are going to make you wealthy and pay you with passive income. Then once you do that, you can put some money here. And fifth, the last investment we're talking about that you want to own for life are commodities that you need to survive. So one way to kind of think about this is, you might have heard examples of super wealthy people and rich people that have these bunkers in their homes that protect them against any nuclear blasts. And inside of these bunkers, they have food and rations that will survive them for years. Now, I'm not saying you need to spend $1 million building an underground bunker below your home, but you should consider investing in some commodities that people will need to survive. So one example of this is water. If you've ever seen the movie The Big Short, great movie by the way, which talks about the 2008 real estate collapse, at the end of the movie, they talked about how this guy was investing in water because we have a limited supply of water in the world, and our demand and our needs for water keep going up. We need water in order to survive. It's a commodity to survive. And so this is not something that's going to make you rich overnight. But if the demand and the need for water go up and our supply of water is limited, well, this could create a real problem in the future. And so you want to be kind of a proactive thinker and start thinking about things on how to take care of yourself and your finances in this case. And one way that you can get exposure to that is by investing in, again, companies that clean or store water, or investing in water ETFs that give you exposure to the water commodity. Another thing that you can potentially consider is look at investing in a farm, an actual farm for your family, just in case, because we never know what's going to happen in the future. I mean, we have a lot of tension in the world, and let's say things go bad. If you have a farm, well, now you can kind of be self-sufficient. You can grow your own food and have things to take care of yourself and take care of your family. Again, this is a commodity to survive. Is this something that's going to make you rich overnight? No, but you're protecting yourself against anything. If you enjoyed this short clip from my longer videos, here's another clip that I think you'll love. And while you're at it, if you're interested in learning more about how to start generating passive income, our team put together an amazing guide that goes over what passive income is, how to start generating passive income, and different passive income strategies. All you gotta do is click that button right over there. Thank you for watching, and as always, keep hustling.